Hi, I'm Mark McPherson. Sometimes people ask me, why don't I use words like bully, tyrant and toxic to describe difficult people? Well, to start with, sometimes I do. But generally speaking, I don't, because I don't particularly find the words useful. They're not useful to me as an educator and trainer and speaker, and they're not useful to people who are learning how to deal with difficult people better. The English language is rich. There's lots of words we can use. Oh, they're belligerent, they're a tyrant, oh, they're toxic, oh, they're a bully, or whatever. The English language is rich. And these words sometimes come and go. You know, I didn't hear the word toxic until about 4 years ago. And then I started to hear about toxic environments, toxic people, toxic bosses, or whatever. So sometimes these words are great words to use in a marketing sense because people like to use something new when they're talking about difficult people or poorly behaved people. But you know, one main reason I don't use them is because they don't really tell me anything. What's the first thing that happens when someone says, oh, I work with a real tyrant? You say, well, what do you mean? What do they do? And that's the real issue. It's their behaviour, not the title we give to these people. For example, maybe they come into the room and just start yelling and screaming at people. Maybe they come into someone's room and just throw down things on the desk and say, do that. Maybe you're at a staff meeting and you're half a second late and they bawl you out in front of other people. There's lots and lots of things they can do. So what we're interested in is not these labels we want to give people up here. It's down here. What is the behaviour that they exhibit that we find unacceptable and makes them difficult? Because that's the real issue. So that's the main reason why I don't use them, or the few reasons why I don't use those terms as a general rule. If you'd like to talk to me about those terms or any of my 52 types of difficult people, and particularly how to deal with them, please go to the contact page of my website. There's plenty of ways of getting in contact with me there, and I do look forward to having a chat with you. All the very best.